The Blue Zones, analyzing the American Blue Zone.
The location of the American Blue Zone is a small town in California, about 60 miles east of Los Angeles, called Loma Linda. Loma Linda is home to approximately 9,000 Seventh-day Adventists, a religious group that focuses on the well-being and health of the human body as a way to connect to God. Many early Adventists believed that the religion was formed by the ideas of one of the founders, Ellen G. White. It is believed that she was spoken to by God, and she recorded the words in order to create the Adventist religion. White quickly became the go-to person to determine what was going right and wrong with the growing religious group. White took a lot of her major ideals from her husband, James White, and fellow founder, Joseph Bates. James had a series of strokes, which led Ellen to extend her already existing beliefs that the body is a person's main connection to God, so it is important to keep it in healthy physical shape. Bates introduced the ideas of healthy eating and maintaining what is put into your body. From an early age, Bates gave up alcohol, smoking, and consuming any meat, coffee, tea, or spice. These ideals of maintaining physical and nutritional health have been passed on through generations of Adventists, and is believed to be the reasons behind their long and healthy legacy.
Meet Marge Jetton, born September 29, 1904. She was a Seventh-day Adventist from Loma Linda, California. At the time of this interview, she was 104 years old. She died at 106 years old, making her a centenarian. Marge's most defining qualities are her athletic ability and her continuous activity. Marge walks a mile every morning, going down the hallway of her building and back 6 times. She then continues to bike 6 to 8 miles on a stationary bike on every day except for the Sabbath. She also lifts weights. Marge had her interviewer perform her daily exercises with her, and he admitted he was struggling to keep up. Not only does Marge exercise with incredible ease, she's also an active member of her community. She's a member of her church, she gardens, and she volunteers. On the day of her interview, she dropped off recyclable bottles to a woman on welfare who would later redeem them for deposits, and dropped off old magazines she had collected for the quote-unquote old folks at the Loma Linda Adult Services Center, an activity center for seniors, to be used for crafts. Marge is the Adventist poster girl. Her healthy lifestyle is reflective of both her religion and her longevity.
Ellsworth Wareham was born on October 3, 1914, and died on December 15, 2018. He was a cardiac surgeon in Loma Linda, who is also known as one of the earliest practitioners of open heart surgery. During his medical career, he performed more than 12,000 operations and continued to assist younger surgeons until he was in his mid-90s. Ellsworth said staying active was important for him and exercised regularly by doing his own landscape maintenance and gardening. Furthermore, he drove over 2,000 miles a month on Southern California freeways, mostly at night. He is also known as vegan, where he enjoyed eating fruits, nuts, and drinking a lot of water.
Exercise is a major component of the Adventist lifestyle and can be further broken into 4 sections. Endurance exercise refers to cardio such as running, hiking, or swimming, and is meant to help maintain a healthy cardiovascular system. Routinely engaging in low-intensity cardio workouts can significantly increase life by decreasing the risk of cardiovascular complications such as heart disease and certain cancers. Strength exercise is aimed at the creation and maintenance of muscles. Flexibility refers to daily stretching to help the body stay limber and flexible. Balance is the final sort of exercise, which refers to practicing balance and engaging in activities such as yoga to help prevent falls. A combination of all 4 of these in proportion can help maintain a healthy BMI. Individuals who have a healthy BMI have proven to have a lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and less cardiovascular diseases when compared to heavier Americans.
The Adventist diet is based on the biblical book of Leviticus, which has a heavy focus on legumes, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains, and discourages the consumption of animal products. Although some Adventists follow a vegan diet, others follow vegetarian diets, which would include eggs, low-fat dairy, and fish. Some members of this community also choose to eat certain meats and additional animal products. Marge Jetton and Ellsworth Wareham, 2 members of the Adventist community, emphasized diet as one of the reasons for their good health into older adulthood. Marge was quoted saying, quote, "I can have whatever I want. There isn't anything you can eat that can't be made out of something healthy," end quote. For example, she describes making waffles made out of soy and garbanzo beans. In this section of Blue Zones, Marge began her day with oatmeal and raw fruit before performing her daily exercise routine. She also prepared a vegetable salad for later in that day. Being a cardiovascular surgeon and seeing people with poor health due to their diets, Ellsworth Wareham was motivated to eat plant-based foods. Wareham follows a vegan diet, and he is cautious to make sure he finds good substitutes for vitamins, protein, and calcium that he might be missing due to his diet.
Dr. Frazier, a researcher at the Loma Linda University and a Seventh-day Adventist himself, aided in conducting a research study examining 34,000 Adventists of California from 1974 to 1988. The study's goal was to gain insights as to what lifestyle and dieting habits support the longevity of Adventists. Some findings of the research were that on average, a 30-year-old Adventist man can expect to live about 7 years longer than the average white Californian man, and a 30-year-old Adventist woman can expect to live about 4 years longer than an average white woman from California. Also, meat consumption was linked as a contributing factor to heart disease through studying the Adventists who eat little to no meat at all. However, the study discovered through studying the Adventists that eating nuts at least 5 times a week prevents heart disease. The study also found that men who drank 5 to 6 glasses of water a day were found to have a reduced risk of suffering a fatal heart attack. Researchers also found that if a person is a smoker or a past smoker, it can have a negative impact on their risk for developing lung cancer. Overall, the lifestyle and diet norms for Seventh-day Adventists may be ingrained in their culture and religion. However, average Americans can still emulate their practices in average daily life. Simple things such as drinking more water, avoiding meat consumption, exercising, and avoiding smoking and alcohol can be contributors to a healthy lifestyle and can be put into practice even if you are not part of the culture.